I'll say like nonprofits, healthcare, government, they'll often have like big tech leaders come in and do some work. And my advice to them is you can't use that like top down model and approach. It just doesn't work in these organizations. Things will break, even if you are right, even if you know exactly how it should go.
Yep.
And the audience, it's just works differently in these organizations as it should. It's better. You get better results as an organization when you come at it with this
Well,
shared
yeah, I
kind of.
mean, like, you could write a web strategy for Harvard University right now. It's not that
Mhm.
different than anything you've done before. You don't
Yeah,
come in and say, "Here it is." It's never gonna work.
right.
It's the ability to wrangle the process. It's the ability to do the rodeo.
It's thousands of people doing all these pieces of the work on a day-to-day basis. You want them to feel like they were part of that work and process. They understand why they're doing it. They need to know why did I change my workflow? Or why isn't this content here? Or they're not going to care. And they're going to start to feel like this job doesn't make sense. So they have to understand why they're doing it. Always try to get buy-in, be flexible on how you do your project. There's no magic formula. You don't have to follow a rigid process. Know what the end goal is of the workshop or the process. Just as long as at the end of it, you feel like you've achieved that. It's going to be messy sometimes.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's the thing a
always
lot of practitioners like look for. They look for this exact process and and then they try to, and this is what's gotten a lot of pushback from UX and why people have shoved it aside at times because some of us get so mired in like this, like following the process to a T as some people have learned it in school or through a workshop. And then they get rigid on it. And then no one wants to do it because they don't have time or you're missing this one component. So don't get stuck on like any one process or terminology, like whatever works in the organization.
and rigidity, it makes you particularly susceptible to tornadoes, like rigid
Yeah.
structures.